Good morning. I'm Helen. This is a 60-minute All Levels Vinyasa class. And today we'll be focused on the koshas, or layers of our being. And koshas are a way of describing our energetic body, so not necessarily our physical anatomy, but more of our energetic or subtle body anatomy. And I'll go through what they mean, how to tune into them, the different layers that involve all of the koshas as we move through our practice today. We'll get started in a seated position, so you can find your way into any comfortable seats. That might be with legs crossed, that might be sitting on your shins. Feel free to prop yourself up on a cushion, on a block if you've got one, or even roll up your mat a few times. And once you arrive there in your seat, find a really tall spine, close your eyes, and just take a moment to tune in, to check in, and to notice how you're feeling. You can think of these koshas like Russian nesting dolls. So you open one up, there's another inside, and there are 5 layers total. So as you're sitting here starting your practice, begin to notice your breath, and imagine as you inhale, you're drawing energy from the outside in to your center, to your core. And as you exhale, you're sending that energy back out to your outer layers, to your aura, to the space around you. And you can do that any way, any style of breathing. Maybe it's turning on your ujjayi in and out through your nose. You can create a slight constriction in the back of your throat, a little sound to that breath, a little pause at the top of your inhale and the bottom of your exhale. And really inhale, feel the energy drawing into your center. Exhale, feel that energy sending itself right back out. We'll take 3 more rounds of breath like this. Feel free to set any intention that you'd like for this practice today, a word or a feeling to guide you. Or maybe just allow yourself to tune in, to be aware of all the different layers of your being. As you're ready, blink your eyes open if they're closed. Hands to your shins or to the ground, depending on your seat. You choose what's comfortable. Start to make some circles with your body. Forward, to the side, to the back, all the way around. They can be big, they can be small. Just awakening some of the energetic energy in your body, moving some of that energetic space. And then you can shift directions, move in the opposite direction. Starting to awaken things. Creating this spiraling all the way up your being. And then come back to a neutral seat. If your legs are crossed, switch the crossing of your legs. If you're sitting on your shins or in another shape, feel free to stay as you are. Hands again wherever they're comfortable. Take a seated cow and cat. Inhale, lift your heart, hug your shoulder blades down your back, maybe lift your chin. Exhale, press into your hands, round through your spine, chin to chest. Continue like that. Inhale to lift, lengthen, open up through your chest. Exhale, press around, find space through your upper back. Twice more. Breathe in. Breathe it out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Come back toward a neutral spine. Reach both arms to the top. Big breath in. Simple twist to your right. Right hand behind you. Left hand across to your right knee. So it doesn't have to be super deep. Still early in our practice today, but find some length as you inhale, maybe a deeper twist as you exhale. And the first layer, or the first of these sheaths or koshas, is called the Anamaya kosha. It's the physical or food body. Many of us are very in tune with our physical bodies, or come into yoga to find a little bit more attention or awareness of that. Stay as you are with your left hand, reach your right arm to the sky, breathe in. As you exhale, cross your right hand to your left knee, thigh, or wherever your other hand is holding on. Find that mirror. Round through your spine like your cat pose. Keep your arms crossed, bend your elbows, connect your hands. And then a little movement here, maybe side to side, maybe up and down. As we start our practice, we're really in tune or aware of what's going on physically. And we'll start to move a little bit deeper into those layers as we find a little bit more awareness and presence. Unwind your arms, reach to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, simple twist to your left hand behind you, right hand across. Same thing, doesn't have to be really deep, find length, breathe in. Maybe a deeper twist as you breathe out. Try to relax your shoulders. Feel that length through your spine. Keep your right arm as it is, left arm reaches up, breathe in, and then cross your arms as you exhale, chin to chest, round through your spine. Keep your arms crossed, bend your elbows, connect back of your hands or palms, and you can always find hands to shoulders for eagle arms, and then a little bit of movement here, up and down, side to side, or some circles. And these koshas, or layers, were first introduced in one of the Upanishads, one of the oldest texts of yoga, specifically a tantric yoga Upanishad, so thousands and thousands of years ago. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, make your way to hands and knees, tabletop position. You can roll over your feet. You can simply swing them behind you. Spread your fingertips wide, stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips right above your knees. And then again, find cow and cat. Inhale, drop your belly, send your heart forward. Exhale, press the ground away. Think about the ways that you take care of your physical body, whether that's doing yoga, nourishing yourself with good food, good relationships, taking time to rest. Come back to neutral. Draw your knees together to touch. Reach your right leg straight back behind you, breathe in, and then cross your foot over to the left, peek over your left shoulder, get long through your right side. Breathe more space into the side of your waist, into your ribs. Take your right foot to the back of your mat, so still extended but straight back this time instead of crossing. Left foot to the side, we'll take a supported side plank. Right arm and hip peel open. Nice deep breath in. Stay as you exhale. Inhale, you're going to come up for a gate pose, so stand on your left knee, right hand slides on your right leg, left arm stretches up and over, finding space on the opposite side. One more breath in. Exhale, release your hands back down to tabletop, hands and knees, and whatever movements you like to reset, a little wiggle, a little wrist stretch, back to cow and cat. The second layer, the second most deepest layer, so we're moving from the outside in, is going to be your Pranamaya kosha, your breath body or your energetic body. Knees together to touch, reach your left leg behind you, breathe in. Cross your foot over to the right and peek over your right shoulder. And this is governed by your nice steady breath, by the energy you take in, the energy you put out. You might find that as you begin to get a little deeper into your practice on a daily basis or on a long-term basis, you're a little bit more aware of the energetic stuff, not just the physical, how is my body moving, but how am I feeling? How is my breath supporting me? Re-extend your left foot behind you, still back, but straight back. Right foot to the side, find that supported side plank, peel open your left side, hip and shoulder. Breathe here. So always noticing each of the layers, but moving a little bit deeper inward. So the physical, what's happening, the energetic, what's your breath like? Inhale, rise up for gate pose. Left hand down your left leg, right arm stretches up and over. Breathe into your right side. One more inhale. Exhale, release, back to hands and knees, tabletop position, and one more time, whatever movements you like to reset here. Downward facing dog, tuck your toes, lift your hips, make a nice upside down V shape. Imagine length through your spine, energy flowing. Feel free to bend your knees, feel free to move, or allow for some stillness. As you next inhale, bend your knees, look forward to your hands. Exhale, step, hop, float toward the top of your mat, find a forward fold. Lift halfway, breathe in, long spine, shoulders move out of your ears. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck. Rise to standing, arms to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Take a moment here to close your eyes, adjust your stance however you need physically, maybe clothing. Maybe you adjust your breath, come back to that centered, strong, steady breath. And we'll move to our third innermost layer, the Manomaya kosha, or the mental sheath. So notice where your thoughts are, notice where your attention is, and see if you can start to link body and mind through your breath. As you next inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Right hand finds your left wrist, stretch up and over to your right. A little side bend. Not just creating physical space, but also that energetic space and that mental space by allowing ourselves to focus on our practice and leave everything else to pause, to rest, to come back to when you're done. Come through center, inhale. Switch sides, left hand finds your right wrist, up and over to your left. Stay rooted, stay connected, physically, energetically, and mentally. Back to center, breathe in. Cactus your arms as you exhale, bend your elbows, lift your heart, slight back bend, hips a little forward, strong core. Hands to the sky, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out, flat back. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, hands down, right foot steps back. Find a low lunge or a runner's lunge, sink your hips, reach your heart forward. Imagine pressing through your back heel. Draw your right hip slightly forward, left hip back. Find that little adjustment and notice how that feels in your body. Plant your palms, downward facing dog. Left foot meets your right. You are so welcome to stay here, or as you inhale, shift forward, high plank, upper push up. Exhale, take it all the way down to your belly. Hug your elbows by your sides. One little baby cobra, lift your heart, breathe in. Shoulders move out of your ears. Exhale, lower, and press it back to child's pose. In your child's pose, take a moment to pause, check back in, all those different layers. The fourth innermost layer is our wisdom body, Vijnanamaya kosha. So tune in to your intuition, to what feels right for you, to what your body's asking for, your energy's asking for, your mind is asking for, without overthinking, overanalyzing. Simply trust that inner guidance. You can stay in your child's pose. You can come to a tabletop. I'll invite you to find a little what I call cobra scorpion variation. As you inhale, you're gonna shift forward, drop your hips, lift your feet, open up your chest. Exhale, right back to child's pose, hips to heels. So any movement with your breath. Inhale, shift it forward, hips down, heart opens, shoulders squeeze together down your back. Exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. Couple more like that. And I often find when I flow with my breath, I can really be in the moment, be a little bit more present, be a little bit more in tune with that wisdom or intuition body, that fourth innermost layer or sheath, kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha. When you're done, make your way to downward facing dog, hips to the sky. And take a little pause here. Bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. Step, hop, float to your hands, exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing, arms sweep high. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. And again, a moment to pause, to adjust, to reset. Notice what's happening, all layers of your being. We are all multidimensional. The fifth innermost layer of kosha is your bliss body, Anandamaya kosha. This is about pure consciousness, contentment, so let yourself be happy where you are today. Feel that joy that so wants to bubble up. Inhale, arms to the sky. Right hand finds your left wrist, stretch up and over to your right. Back to center, breathe in. Switch hands, take it to your left. Inhale through center. Exhale, cactus, little back bend. Hands high, breathe in. Forward folds, breathe out. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, hands down. This time your left foot steps back. Find that low lunge. Draw your left hip forward, right back to even things out. Press through your back heel. Feel energy moving back there. And then find your breath. Where do you feel it in your body? Where can you send a little bit more energy or attention? One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, hips to the sky. Again, the option to stay in down dog, to take a child's pose, a moment to pause. Find tabletop cow-cat, any variation, or a little vinyasa, forward to high plank. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog or cobra, breathe in. To downward facing dog, breathe out. Full inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, make some noise. Once more, breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step, hop, floats to your hands, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. Forward folds, release. Root to rise, hands to the sky as you inhale. Palms together in front of your heart, exhale. Always this moment to pause, your mountain pose, a nice place to reset, to reassess, to reconnect. Think about all those layers of you, physical, energetic, mental, your wisdom body, and your bliss body. As you next inhale, chair pose, sit nice and low. Exhale, sit a little bit deeper. Make sure you can see all 10 toes. Protecting your physical body, support your low back by engaging your core, relax your shoulders, and then see what that does energetically for your tension, for your mind, for your emotions. It helps to have something to look at, your drishti, your gazing point, something to focus on. That's also why it can be nice to set an intention or a theme or something to focus on for your practice. One more breath in and out, really feel this. Inhale to one-legged Tadasana, right knee comes up. Stay as you exhale, find your low belly strength, relax your shoulders. Breathe in. Dancing Shiva as you exhale, right hand reaches back, left arm forward. So it's like an open arm twist. I just like to call it Dancing Shiva because it makes me happy. Find that joy, that bliss, that contentment, even if you're wobbly, even if it isn't really pretty. One more inhale. Exhale, you're going to step back to your low lunge, hands down, right foot to the back of your mat. Take some time to set up here, root through your feet, feel the connection to your physical body, and then energetically feel strength. Reach your arms to the sky, high crescent lunge. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, hands behind your head, open up. Lean back a little bit. You might even traction your neck. For me, this is challenging on my balance, not just physically, but also energetically, reaching up and rooting down at the same time. Let your breath help you. Let your thoughts be present. Trust your body, your inner wisdom, and then find that joy once again. Hands to the sky, breathe in. Warrior 2, as you breathe out, open it to the side. A moment here to settle. Find your feet, front heel in line with backheel arch. Back toes point to the long edge of your mat, maybe slightly forward, so knees and toes are in the same direction. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out, reach wide. Exhale, skandasana to the back of your mat. Little surfer squat or side lunge, right knee bends. Same thing, toes and knees in the same direction. You might be more upright. You might be further down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, pass through center. Hands can stay at heart. Exhale to the other side. And if you prefer hands to the ground, we're going to flow like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale, right knee bends. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, left knee bends. One more time each side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Turn to the top of your mats. Plant your right palm. It can be close, it can be out wide. Left arm to the sky for a twist. And you might take your left hand to your left hip crease, gently pull it back to even out your hips. Open up through your heart space. Full breath in. Exhale, release your hand. Make your way to downward facing dog. You can choose to take a flow. You can skip it. You can hold high plank. Take a child's pose, drop your knees. Really let that wisdom body, your own inner strength, intuition guide you. And once you've found a downward facing dog or your child's pose, take a pause there. 3 full rounds of breath. Bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. Step, hop, floats to your hands, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. Forward folds, release. Stand tall, reach high. Palms together in front of your heart. As we've been doing, a little moment here, feel the physical. Notice your breath. Be aware of your thoughts. Allow your inner wisdom to guide you. Trust that. And let yourself be pure consciousness, pure contentment right here, right now. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, stay. Make any little adjustments. And some days this practice might need to be more physical. Other days this practice might need to be more mental, more energetic. A chance to just play and move on your mat. Or simply the practice of being rather than doing. One more breath in and out. One-legged Tadasana, left knee high. Stay as you exhale. Focus your gaze on something that's not moving. Breathe in. Dancing Shiva, exhale, left hand back, right arm forward. That open arm twist in your balance. Balancing poses cause us to focus physically, energetically, mentally with your breath. Stay here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, unwind, big step back, left foot to the back of your mat, hands come down to the ground. Root down, feel the stability you've created, and then inhale, rise, high crescent lunge. A moment here, engage your left glutes, left hip forward. Pull in your low belly, relax your shoulders. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms to the ceiling, breathe in. Hands behind your head, elbows wide, lean back into your hands. Let your heart be open. Feel what you're feeling. One more round of breath. Hands to the sky, breathe in. Warrior 2, breathe out. Adjust as you like, not just in the physical sense, but also on all those different layers of your being, all the different koshas, check in. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out, reach wide. Exhale, skandasana to the back of your space. Left knee bends. You can be high, you can be low. We're just setting this up to start. Take a breath in. Hands to heart or hands to the ground. Exhale, take it to the other side. We'll flow like that. Inhale, hips high. Exhale, left knee bends. Inhale through center. Exhale, right knee bends. One more time each side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee. Turn to the top of your mat. Set up your low lunge. Plant your left palm close or far, you decide. Trust yourself. Right arm to the sky. Especially when I can't see you guys practicing, it's really super important to honor what your body's telling you, what your mind is telling you, what your breath is telling you. To trust that you are your own best teacher. One more inhale. Exhale, release your hand down, step back. Flow through any transition, a vinyasa, straight to down dog, a child's pose, maybe something else entirely. And once you've arrived in a moment of stillness, Allow that stillness to take over. Feel it, breathe it. Notice what it makes you think about, how you can trust in the universe, and just allow yourself to be in it. Downward facing dog if you're not there. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step, hop, float to your hands, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward folds, breathe out. Reach high, stand tall, inhale. Palms together in front of your heart, exhale. Please feel free to move at your own pace. We're just gonna add on some layers. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, figure four, hands to your heart, right ankle crosses your left thigh. Flex your toes, send your hips back like you're sitting into a chair. Notice how this feels physically, energetically, mentally, intuitively, and in all levels of your pure consciousness, pure being. Next, inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, dancing Shiva, open arm twist, right hand back, left arm forward. We'll come back to one-legged Tadasana, breathe in. Warrior three as you breathe out. Send your foot back, your chest forward, arms wherever they help you or challenge you, depending on what you need today. Engage your low belly, strong through your back leg, reach forward through the crown of your head. Inhale. Standing splits as you exhale, hands down, right leg high. Feel free to bend your bottom leg. If you want a little bit more, hands to your ankle, your calf, play with balance. See how that changes things, what you notice. If you want more, you can play with handstand hops, hands down, right leg up, your left leg hovers, maybe for a moment, maybe you find balance. 2 more rounds of breath. Take just an inhale. Exhale, you're gonna step to the back of your mat right away into your Skandasana. Right knee bends, hips stay low. And we'll hang out here. You might be more upright again. You might have your heel down or lifted, and you can play with variations. Balance, hands to heart, reach forward and stretch. One I really like is right arm in front of shin, left arm to the sky, a little twist, a little openness. 2 full rounds of breath. Take just an inhale, release your hand down if it's lifted. Exhale, move to the top of your mat. Low lunge, frame your left foot. Back to our twist, right hand down, left arm to the sky. Feel free to modify, knee down, hand wide, or horizon lunge. Turn your toes to the left. Come to the outer edges of your feet. Let your right hip fall toward the ground. Left arm reaches to the back of your mat. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, back, hands to the ground, frame your foot. We'll take this to 3-legged dog. Left leg floats up and back. Open up your left hip, bend your knee. Create movement here, roll your ankle, draw circles with your knee, bend and straighten. If you want, you can flip for a wild thing, left foot behind you. Left arm forward, press through your feet, lift your hips, feel the length. And then your transition back to downward facing dog. A child's pose, a seat. Take a vinyasa flow or not. Let each moment be different, be its own moment. So you might have taken a bunch of flows earlier, and you just need a simple pause, a sit, a seat, a rest. We'll meet in downward facing dog in your time. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, make your way to your hands. Lift halfway, lengthen. Forward fold, release. Rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Same thing, other side. Find your pace, your rhythm. Inhale, sit low. Chair pose. Exhale, figure 4, hands to heart, left ankle crosses. Really activate through your foot by flexing. That'll support the muscles below your knee to help protect your knee, support your knee. Send your hips back. Breathe here. Inhale to 1-legged Tadasana, reach high, knee high. Exhale, dancing Shiva, open arm twist, left hand back, right arm forward. Back to center, one-legged Tadasana, breathe in. Warrior 3 as you breathe out, and we'll hold the shape. You can always bend your standing leg for a little bit more sense of groundedness, connection to the earth. Try to roll your left pinky toe down to even out your hips and low back, like you're hugging your inner thighs toward each other. You got it. One more big breath in. Standing splits as you exhale, hands down, leg high. And once again, notice what your wisdom body is telling you, that Vijnanamaya kosha. Maybe it's balance that feels appropriate, a little challenge there. Maybe it's handstand, shifting your perspective, putting weight into your hands. Maybe it's just staying and feeling the stretch, and it doesn't have to be the same as what you did on the other side. We'll do 2 more rounds of breath. Big inhale here. Exhale, step to the back of your mat right away to your Skandasana to your left. That's a little funky transition. You choose whether you're lower, more upright, heel down, heel lifted. Variation of hands to heart again. Hands forward, hip back. Or maybe left arm in front, right arm to the sky, or anything else that you know or like. A lot of these shapes are sort of new-ish and have been made up by yogis, feeling into their bodies, checking in with their energy and noticing what works for them. So make up your stuff. It's yoga if you've got the right awareness and attention. Inhale here. Exhale if your hand is lifted lower, and make your way to the top of your mat. Find your low lunge. Left palm plants, right arm to the sky for your twist. Breathe in. Stay. Drop your knee or horizon lunge, toes turn to the right, outer edges of your feet to your mat. Left hip drops, right arm reaches back. And I find I tend to drop my left shoulder to my ear. Keep that openness through your chest. Big breath in. Exhale, release your hand down. Frame your front foot. 3-legged dog. Inhale, right foot up and back. Open your hip, bend your knee. A little movement. A flip for a wild thing. Feel free to play and have fun with your practice, not taking it so seriously. Allowing yourself to be more in that bliss body, a sense of contentment, of lightness, of pure being rather than overanalyzing. And as always, choose your transition back to any pose that lets you reconnect, reset, and all those different layers. Downward facing dog if you're not there. Bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. Travel to your hands, exhale. Lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, long spine. Exhale, fold, relax head and neck. Rise up, reach up. Hands together in front of your heart, exhale. Inhale to your chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath in here, and you might just stay. You might exhale, open arm twist to your right, or exhale, take your left elbow outside your right knee. Peek down if one knee's sliding back. See if you can bring them back into alignment. Hips lower, heart higher, whatever version you've got. And if you want to play with side crow, come onto your tippy toes, hands down. Make a shelf with your elbows. Lean your head forward so your feet have a chance to come off the ground, and then maybe you play with extending. Just notice how those challenges feel in your body. Sometimes the biggest challenge for me is staying and breathing and holding the first shape. My brain wants to go places. I have to trust that this is where I need to be. And I have to be content with where I am today. One more inhale wherever you are. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Take your feet about hip distance apart if they're not already there. Wrap your first 2 fingers around your big toes, Yogi Toe Lock, Padangusthasana. Lift halfway again, and then exhale, gently guide yourself deeper. Elbows can go wide, they can go back. You can nod your head yes, shake it no. A little forward fold to reset your spine between two sides of our twists. And release your big toes. If you like chair with feet together, bring them back in or keep them as they are. Inhale right away to chair. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a breath in, feel the length through your spine, that energy. You've been flowing up your entire spinal body. You can either open arm twist left or hook your right elbow outside your left knee, or just stay where you are. Imagine you could guide your heart to your thumbs, even if it's nowhere close, shoulders down your back. Stay, maybe take side crow on this side, a little shelf. I use both elbows, kind of cheating, but it works for me. Chest forward, maybe extend your feet. Keep breathing. Let's take 2 more full rounds. Just an inhale, forward fold, release, exhale. Halfway lift, fold, let it go. Feet about hip distance again. This time you can take big toe, hands around your big toe, fingers around your big toe, or gorilla pose. Hands come underneath your feet, palms facing up. And you might have to bend your knees a lot. You want to try to get your toes all the way to your wrists. So bend your knees as much as gets you there. Keep your belly to your thighs, relax your head and neck. Maybe start to straighten out your legs, maybe not. Breathe here. Let that energy, that prana, life force, move through your body with your breath. Filling you up where you need it. Releasing all the stuff you're holding on to that you no longer need or is no longer serving you. And slowly release your hands out from under. Heel toe your feet in toward each other. Keep your knees bent and soft, tailbone heavy. We're gonna roll to standing, so your head is the last thing to come up. Imagine stacking your spine. At the top, shoulders go up, back, and down. Couple times like that. Hands by your sides, palms face forward, or hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes. Come back to the awareness of what's going on with you, in your body, with your breath, your mind and emotions, your intuition, inner wisdom, and your pure consciousness, contentment, bliss. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. One more. Breathe in, reach high. Breathe out, hands to heart center. Shift your weight to your left foot. Start to hug your right knee into your chest. You can bring hands around your shins, a little squeeze in, or hands, maybe right hands to your knee, left hands to your hip. If you want a little bit more, right first 2 fingers come around your big toe inside your knee, and you can start to extend. If hamstrings are saying, no way, Jose, stay right here. Tall spine. Notice if you're leaning back. Notice if you're falling out. It's all good. No judgment or labeling. And then stay or add a twist here. Left hand to the front of your knee or outer edge of your foot. Right hand reaches to the wall behind you. A little bit more grounding to keep your gaze as it is. A little bit more challenging to start to turn your gaze toward your back hand. Come back to center. We're going to take revolved half moon. So foot reaches back, right hand reaches down to the ground or to a block. So right foot back, right hand down, left arm to the sky. And it can be helpful to take your left hand to your left hip crease, gently draw it back, or left hand to your sacrum, feel your low back is even. You can stay. If you want another balance challenge, bend your knee, try to find your foot with your hand, and work into revolved dancers. For that revolved dancers, press into your standing leg, kick back as you reach forward, working in equal and opposite energy in both directions. Wherever you are, one more big breath in. Exhale, hands down, right foot steps back. Turn to your right. Find a wide-legged forward fold prasarita. You can adjust your feet as you need. I like my feet parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, fold. And then allow yourself to take some intuitive movement. It could be back to that skandasana surfer squat, toes out, knees bent. Could be a twist, one hand down, one arm up. A headstand, a crow pose, or simply stay in the stillness, connected to the feeling, aware of everything that's happening for you right now. One more round of breath. Hands down if they're lifted, turn back toward your left foot to the top of your mats. We'll take it to three-legged dog. Left leg floats up and back, breathe in. Left knee to right elbow or shoulder for a fallen triangle. Extend your leg. Right heel flat, right arm up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release your hand down. Make your way back to downward facing dog. There could be a three-legged dog calling your name, a wild thing, a one-legged chaturanga, some push-ups. Stay in that intuitive space. So we pay attention a lot to the physical body, the alignment in our asanas, where our body is in space. Hopefully we're paying attention a lot to our breath, the energy, the prana flowing through you. I think we have no choice but to pay attention to our thoughts. They're always there. Notice where they tend to go. But really allow that inner wisdom, intuition to take over now this last little part of class. From downward facing dog, bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. Step, hop, float to your hands. Exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. Forward folds, release. Rise up, reach up, hands high. Palms together in front of your heart, exhale. Second side, weight into your right foot, left knee hugs in. Hands interlace around your shin, give it a little squeeze. Left hand to your knee, right hand to your hip. Or left first two fingers around your big toe, extend your leg. If your hamstrings, your body feels like that's the appropriate place to go. And then stay just as you are, or take it into a twist. Right hand to the top of your knee, left hand to the wall behind you or space behind you, or maybe you hold the outer edge of your foot. Steady eyes to steady your mind, your attention. Maybe shift your gaze to challenge that steadiness. Wherever you are, one more breath in. We're going to exhale to revolved half moon. Left leg reaches back. Left hand reaches down. Right arm to the sky. If you took it on the other side or want to play with it here, right hand to your hip crease. Draw your right hip back. And or right hand to your low back. Feel that your hips are even. Stay, reach in all directions. Feel a sense of lightness. That bliss, that contentment, whatever your shape looks like, can you embody what it's all about? Or if you want to challenge, bend your knee, find your foot. Revolve dancers. Kick back to stand. Deep breath in. Exhale, both hands to the ground, left foot steps to the back of your mat. And we'll turn to the side of your mat for your wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, folds. And then several breaths, again, to do what feels best for you right now, without overanalyzing what is your body asking for, your mind, your breath. The nice thing about practicing at home is maybe it's just your pets watching you, so no one knows what you're doing. It's all good. Play, be free. Or if you're like me and you need a little stillness, be still. Let's take 2 more breaths. Hands down if they're lifted, turn toward the top of your mat, low lunge. Frame your front foot, right leg up and back, breathe in, 3-legged dog. Right knee to left elbow for a fallen triangle. Extend your foot. Left heel flat, left arm up. Big breath in, reach, lift. Exhale, release it down. And your way back into any shape that allows you to take that little scan. Feel all your layers, all your koshas. And to pause, reflect, reset. And take a good 3 to 5 breaths. Downward facing dog. If you're not in down dog, make your way there. We're going to move into pigeon. If you'd prefer to take figure 4 seated or on your back, those are fantastic options as well. Right leg to the sky, breathe in. Draw your shin forward. Doesn't matter the angle or the shape, so less about what it looks like today, more about those other layers. Of course, protect and support your body. So if there's pain, take this onto your back, especially around your knee. Taller spine as you breathe in, and then maybe a little bit of depth. And that doesn't have to be physical. We're so aware of that physical side. How can you find depth energetically with your breath? A little bit more length. A little bit more fluid breath. How can you find depth in your mind, your thoughts? A little bit better awareness of what's going on. Depth with that intuition. Noticing how this shape feels and affects you. And how the other things that you do or are exposed to in your life also affect you. And allowing that depth in presence, in consciousness, and simply being content. One more round of breath, unless you'd like some more time, and then always please feel free to stay. You choose how you come out, how you transition to the second side, and what you take in between. If you're on your back, you're more than welcome to stay there. If you want to move around, shake it out, flip it over, pedal, vinyasa flow, your chaturanga up dog, back to down dog. Eventually, find your second side, the version that works on that side, not just for your physical body, for all those different layers and levels of you. Find the length and space, and then a little bit more depth. Move slowly. You might find that there's one layer that you're very in tune with, another layer that you struggle a little bit with, or that depending on the day, the season, the energy, that things might shift. And all of that is totally okay, totally normal. And ultimately, it's what this practice is all about. Our physical shapes are just one piece of it. The awareness, the breath, the attention, the intuition that we practice with, all add to the richness of our yoga practice. Two or three more rounds of breath, depending on when you came in and when you feel ready to come out. Take your counter movements, your stretches that feel right after this, movement, stillness, Anything goes. Just honor you and what you need, you want today. We'll meet in a seated position. Bottom on the ground if that's comfortable for you. If you'd rather sit on a block or some props, please do. We'll take a variation of a heron pose. So right knee into your chest. Hands come underneath your right foot. This may be plenty. If you'd like a little bit more, you can start to extend. Now, if you know full heron or you'd like to take it, your left knee bends toward a hero's pose outside your hip. But for some of us, that's just too intense on knees, quads, other body parts, ankles. Whatever version you've got, left leg extended, left leg bent. Try to sit up tall. Doesn't matter what your right leg is doing. It might look more like a half happy baby. It's all good. Stay, or if you want to add a twist, left hand to the outer edge of your foot, right hand can reach to the wall, the space behind you, to the ground behind you. Try to keep the length through your spine, our main energetic channel. If you twist it, unwind, release your foot. And take a little counter movement. That might be feet to the ground, knees to the sky, windshield wiper. We'll make our way to the second side. So either right leg extended, left knee bent, or if you took the version with your knee bent, foot toward your hip. Hands come below your left foot. So you can stay pretty close hugging in. You can lift it up. You can extend. Lengthen your spine, whatever you've chosen. If you added a twist, right hand comes to the outside of your leg. Left arm reaches straight back or to the ground. Even more length, inhale. Breathe deeper, exhale. And unwind. Your counter movement of choice, windshield wiper, shake out your legs, fold it forward. We'll come onto our back. If you're not ready to go there, please meet us in your time. If you are, hands in front, roll through your spine and lower yourself down with control. Hands above your head, stretch your legs long, big breath in. Stick out your tongue, lion's breath, let it go. Once more, big inhale. Stick out your tongue. Hands by your sides, palms flat. Bend your knees so that your feet are below your ankles. Feet about hip distance apart. Snuggle your shoulders down your back. Palms can stay flat, or as you lift, you can interlace your hands or even take robot arms with your elbows bent. Just a simple bridge pose. Press through your feet. Use your glutes, your hamstrings to lift your hips. Really draw your knees forward so you can feel the length through your spine and try to keep your head pretty still. There's a little space between your chin and your chest, and there's a little space in the back of your neck, obviously depending on your anatomy. We're all different. Send breath into your low belly, the top, sides, back of your ribs. One more full inhale. And exhale, roll yourself down. Knees to chest. Rock it side to side, release your low back. And then happy baby. Hands to your feet, your calves, your thighs, whatever feels comfortable, and you can keep your low back long against the ground. So if your butt starts to lift a lot, hold a little bit lower on your legs or a little bit closer to your torso. Happy baby in Sanskrit is Anandamaya, so it's blissful baby or a blissful child's pose. Try to embody that last layer, that innermost layer, sheath Anandamaya kosha, your bliss body, as we move into our final shavasana. If there's any other shapes you'd like to take, another twist, another stretch, an inversion of some kind, please take your time. Work into any and all of those, or get comfortable and cozy for your final rest. And keep in mind, this can be any shape traditionally done on your back, but you're welcome to be on your side, in a seat, on your belly with your eyes opened. Give yourself permission to feel supported. All those layers of you like an onion, peeling back to this soul layer, this bliss layer. This layer where you're in tune and connected to the universe, to others, to your highest vibration, or best self. Give yourself grace, compassion for the mistakes that we make, and allow yourself to be content right here, right now. You're welcome to stay as you are as long as you'd like. If you do feel ready to move on with your day, start by deepening your breath. Reawaken your physical body, little wiggles or stretches. Extend your arms above you, big stretch. And with your eyes closed, turn to one side, make your way up to a comfortable seat unless you're already there, and then just find and be in your comfortable seat. When you arrive there, check in one last time. Notice what's going on, how you're feeling, how you're connected to all these different layers, sheaths, koshas. This practice has evolved greatly in the thousands of years we've been practicing it. And I find that it's really changed to meet the people who are practicing it, where they live and how they live, but we still honor its roots, appreciate the traditions, and acknowledge that through this time, human beings have always had the same questions and struggles and are working on the same things. Palms together in front of your heart. Thank yourself for making the time to be, to breathe, to connect. I thank you all for sharing your practice, your time with me. We'll bow our heads together. Namaste. Have a lovely rest of your day. Hopefully I will see you soon. Enjoy.